Republicans deliver a stinging rebuke to President Trump over his national emergency declaration. I'm Nicole Killian on Capitol Hill with why they're going against him.
Plus, North Mississippi and West Alabama yet again hammered with high winds, hail, and heavy rain. We look at some of the damage reports right now at 5.
WCBI News at 5 starts now.
More on those storms in just a moment. The first breaking news tonight out of Monroe County after 2 reported shootings there. At least one of them happened in the Lackey community. MHP confirms one of the shootings is an officer-involved shooting. Our Quentin Smith, he joins us live in Monroe County. Quentin, what can you tell us?
Well, Scott, it's been a busy evening for deputies here in Monroe County as they are investigating 2 separate shootings. One shooting happened earlier today on Old Columbus Road, and another shooting happened on McDuffie Cemetery Road. Monroe County Sheriff Cecil Cantrell tells me both shootings are connected. Now, at this time, there are still more questions and answers surrounding both of these shootings. Investigators are still on scene investigating, and I'm told MBI is even on scene here on McDuffie Cemetery investigating the shooting that happened on this road. Now, of course, we're going to continue to stay out here and bring you more details on both of these shootings as they become available. But for right now, reporting live in Monroe County, Quentin Smith, WCBI News.
All right, thank you very much, Quentin, for that report. We appreciate it. In other news, an early morning attempted robbery leaves 1 man dead and another in jail. Travis DeMom is charged with murder and attempted strong armed robbery. The victim, 66-year-old Davis Hall Sr., well, it happened overnight in Okolona on Highway 32 West, just across the street from the Freds. The Okolona police chief has confirmed there was a struggle in the house, but he is not releasing additional information about what happened or why. Hall's body has been sent to Pearl for an autopsy. An anonymous tip leads to an illegal gambling bust in Boonville. Now 35-year-old Dustin Wilkins is in jail charged with facilitation of illegal gambling by electronic means, that is, operating a business without a permit, violation of the tobacco ordinance. Now this is what was found on the on-the-spot game room at 508 North 2nd Street. Investigators say they recovered an illegal electronic gambling machine, gambling paraphernalia, and over $500 in cash. The business has since been shut down and will remain closed until a permit for operation is up to code. He was looking for a deal but got a trip to jail. Now Jesse Burnett is charged with 1 count of burglary of a commercial building. Tupelo police were called to the Dirt Cheap store on West Main early Tuesday morning about a burglary alarm. Officers saw Burnett inside the store. Investigators say he ran to the back of the building. Once inside, police searched the store and arrested Burnett. His bond was set at $50,000. The driver of a blue Camaro and the driver of a red pickup truck got crossways this morning on College Street here in Columbus. Now the Camaro ended up hitting a tree in the yard. The driver of the Camaro was taken by ambulance to Baptist Golden Triangle. Columbus police are investigating that accident. Storms today leave 1,500 people without power in North Columbus. A utility pole on Highway 45 near the McDonald's was broken after high winds and rain swept through the area. Trees were reported down on Magnolia Circle, 31st Avenue, and Willowbrook Road. However, the good news is no one was injured during the tornado-warned storm. Columbus Light and Water estimated it would take 2 or 3 hours to repair the broken pole once it was safe for crews to get out there and start. And time now to toss things over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson with a first look at our forecast. Keith, a bit of an active morning, early afternoon for you guys today.
We still have a little bit of rain and storminess in the region, not severe though. Look at this little thunder shower that's popped up in Lamar County, a live view at Durham's Pharmacy in Vernon. More threatening weather, but not severe. We do have some showers and storms with some lightning, some heavier downpours. That was the cella that we just looked at, but the strongest storms now lining up to our southeast along I-2059, pulling away from our area. The tornado watch will be going away at 7, if not before. Most spots already clear from that. But I want to show you this. This was the wall cloud we had in Louisville earlier this afternoon, just after 1 o'clock. This is why we were on the air for a couple of hours. We had some rotating storms. They looked very ominous. We haven't had any confirmation of actual tornadoes today, but that's what we had. Your quiet 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Well, cleaning up after the tornado that hit a couple weeks ago is a monumental task, and the city of Columbus is looking for some helping hands. City leaders are taking bids for debris removal contractors to help with the project. They're looking at the cost of the bids and the services the contractor will provide. Now, the city will pay the contractors, and when a federal declaration is declared, FEMA will step in and reimburse the costs, but that reimbursement only pays for 75%. The other 25% is left to the city.
It's all reimbursable, so therefore we want to make sure that we're being cost effective. We're mindful of the city's budget and how this will impact it. So that's why we want to get as many bids in as possible, because at that point, you know, a lot of times good bidding reduce pricing. So
today, city leaders approved a bid for a debris monitoring firm, but rejected the debris removal bids due to a timing error. The new bids will be accepted through Monday at 11 and will be presented during the regular council meeting Tuesday evening. Another cleanup project put on hold is at the Columbus River Walk. Cleanup won't be able to start until a debris removal contractor is chosen. This is also relying on a federal declaration. FEMA and MEMA, they toured the area earlier this week. The silt on the sidewalks, that has to be taken to the dump for removal. They don't want it going back into the river because of environmental hazards.
They're going to have a couple of machines down there that's going to start getting all the slush and all the stuff that's caked up down there at the Riverwalk. So basically, it's a team effort down there to get everything cleaned up.
The city wants to get the Riverwalk back to normal so people can resume their daily routines. I know a lot of us will definitely be excited to see that. Well, Tupelo Council members approve a plan that will put security cameras in all city parks. Council members took that action during a special called meeting today. Mayor Jason Shelton says it is a tool to help law enforcement. Access will be limited to law enforcement, investigators, and designated city employees. The surveillance video will be kept for 30 days unless the video is needed for a court case.
It helps us, you know, hopefully it will create more of a peace of mind in our parks, protect the facilities of our parks, and just create a better sense of safety and awareness in our great park facilities here in the city of Tupelo.
Also, members of the public who are in the surveillance video can request to view the footage. Mississippi Highway Patrol Deputy Director Randy Ginn speaks to the Columbus Rotary this afternoon. He focused on updating everyone about where MHP stands and what it is doing. One of those big topics, the Troop G substation in Starkville. MHP wants to redo the substation soon. The only holdup at the moment is funding. They're hoping to receive money in a grant sometime this year.
We're not able to provide all the services as efficiently and effectively as we'd like to for the public. Driver services, driver's license officers are very busy all across the state now. We don't physically have the room to expand the offices there at Starkville, so that would give us an expansion of office space there, which would allow for us to do more driver services work and to get the customers in and out faster and more efficiently.
The Troop G substation is the only one in the state to not be updated within the past 20 years. But despite a veto threat from the White House, the Senate has voted to pass the resolution of disapproval to strike down the president's national emergency declaration for the border wall. The vote came after a last-ditch effort by some Republicans on a compromise that fell through. Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill, where the bill is now preparing to make its way to the president's desk.
The Senate voted to block President Trump's national emergency for border wall funding.
The yeas are 59, the nays are 41. The joint resolution is passed.
The resolution passed with 12 Republicans joining Democrats.
I take my hats off to those members on the other side of the aisle who have let principle rise above party.
One of them was Utah freshman Senator Mitt Romney.
Congress has spoken. The president can't overrule the decision of Congress.
But President Trump again threatened to veto the measure during an Oval Office meeting with the Prime Minister of Ireland.
Whether it's positive or not, I'm vetoing it.
Senate Republicans and some Democrats argue their support of the resolution is not about the border wall, but about the Constitution and the separation of powers.
President Trump pushed back on that argument.
The legal scholars all say it's totally constitutional.
Congress is not expected to garner enough votes to override a presidential veto. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
President Trump tweeted the word veto in all capital letters minutes after the resolution passed. Empire actor Jussie Smollett returned to court today, facing 16 counts of disorderly conduct for allegedly lying to police about a hate crime. What happened in court? Next.
You're watching WCBI's News at 5.
Welcome back, everyone. Actor Jussie Smollett pleaded not guilty today at a Chicago courthouse to charges he lied to police about being the victim of a racist and homophobic attack. Ann Lee reports from New York.
Jussie Smollett left the Cook County Courthouse in Chicago Thursday following his arraignment on charges he lied to police. Inside, his lawyer entered a plea on his behalf.
Mr. Smollett enters a plea of not guilty.
The Empire actor is facing 16 counts of disorderly conduct for filing a false police report. Smollett, who is black and gay, claimed he was the victim of a racial and homophobic attack near his Chicago apartment in January. Police investigated the alleged incident as a hate crime, but two brothers who were associates of Smollett told investigators in February that the actor paid them to stage the attack, prompting an unusually strong rebuke from Chicago's police superintendent.
Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. I'm left hanging my head and asking why.
Prosecutors say Smollett staged the attack because he was unhappy with his salary on the Fox series. Smollett maintains his innocence.
We are here today to defend Brother Jussie's character.
Outside the courthouse Thursday, a small group of demonstrators showed support for the actor. He is due back in court in April. Ian Lee, CBS News.
Now, each count carries a maximum penalty of 3 years in prison.
Some impressive looking clouds out there today. That was near Artesia as that storm was rolling on into the Golden Triangle area. Another view from it in the New Hope area and at North Farm in Starkville. Look at that. Looks like one of those spaceships coming on in, but the storms are on the way out. Great weather is here. We'll talk about it next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Quite busy around here as far as active warnings today. Not really a lot of widespread damage reported today. That's certainly good news. And look at that. The sun has come back out in Tupelo live view with our Alpha Insurance camera network. So things will be on the up and up. And we had that wall cloud swirling around Louisville, Winston County earlier today. That is done. So things are looking better and better here. Let's go over to Vernon, Alabama. We're looking off to the east and we can see the backside of a little thunder shower that popped on up. That is moving away over towards Fayette County, Alabama. There's that thunder shower right there east of Vernon. A little quick shower there near Caledonia here on the Mississippi side of the state line, and just a few lighter showers down to the south. So the active weather is done, but some big time storms along I-20-59, even a tornado warned storm up there near Gadsden, Alabama right now. And that is all moving away. So the rough stuff is done. This big system, our severe weather today has been because of that area of low pressure way up there in the Great Lakes, the one that produced all of the blizzard-like conditions out there in the high plains, but it's on the way out. Stormy pattern is done. Lots of sunshine coming our way. Seasonable temperatures too. So your weekend Saturday, mostly sunny, 57. For your Sunday, mostly sunny, 63. It's going to be the best weekend we've had here in weeks. So get ready to enjoy it. Now, right now, we're still breezy and warm. Low and mid 70s. Tupelo, hey, still 78 degrees, but 60s and 50s this evening after sunset. Lows tonight down into the 40s. So we will be turning cooler by sunrise. Low to mid 40s northwest, mid to upper 40s, maybe some low 50s in the far southeast later tonight. So you're planning for your Friday. 50s and 60s during the course of the afternoon. Here's your zone forecast. Around 60 or so in Columbus and Starkville, Louisville. Winds from the northwest at about 10 to 15. Variably cloudy, not a complete disaster of a day. Some sun, some clouds, but much better than what we've had, even though it will be below the average. Upper 50s for you in Tupelo at 58 degrees. Around 60 or so here in the West Alabama. There are the storms. Futurecast doing a great job picking up on where they are along I-20-59 right now. The front is moving through. And notice how as we get into tomorrow morning for the commute, variably cloudy here. There still could be some showers down across central and southern Mississippi and Alabama, but nothing here. And then as we go throughout the course of the day, things are looking very nice with high pressure coming on in for this weekend and beyond. So here's what you've wanted for many, many weeks. Your AccuWeather 7-day forecast with more sun than anything else, and just one day with a slight chance of rain. That would be next Wednesday, just 20%. So right now, we're sitting pretty. We've been through the worst of the weather for the last couple of weeks here in our area. We have earned this weather, and we will enjoy it. Now, there will be a chance for some patchy frost here Saturday night, Sunday morning as we get down into the 30s. But hey, that's about the only thing we have to worry about this weekend.
Finally, a nice weekend at last. Thanks, Keith. Well, it's tournament time in the Music City. Ole Miss and State tipping off in the SEC tournament tonight. A live report from Nashville is next in sports.
Is that mic check? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Testing the mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sports.
WCBI sports coverage of the SEC basketball tournament is brought to you by Wade Incorporated. Bank First, a better way to bank. And visit Columbus, the city that has it all.
Welcome into sports. I'm Courtney Robb. Mississippi State and Ole Miss both hitting the hardwood tonight with the chance to not only search for an SEC tournament championship, but also with the chance to continue to build tournament resumes with Selection Sunday well on the horizon. Ole Miss matching up to Alabama at 6 and Mississippi State seeing action hopefully around 8:30 to Texas A&M. But WCBI Sports' Tom Ebel joins us live from Nashville with more. Hey, Tom.
Courtney, Ole Miss and Alabama meeting for the second time this year, this time at the 2019 SEC Men's Basketball Tournament. Alabama, they're on the court now. Mississippi native Javian Fleming here for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Ole Miss, we're still waiting for them to get back out on the court for pregame warm-ups. This game tipping off at 6 p.m., so a little bit more than a half hour. If we're looking back to the last matchup between the Crimson Tide and the Rebels, Alabama won 74-53, and Breon Tyree and Terrence Davis called it the worst game of the year for the Rebels. Ole Miss losing the turnover and rebounding battle, but actually holding Alabama below 40% shooting. So if Ole Miss were able to go back and take a look at that probably burned game, Phil, that's one silver lining. Ole Miss played good defense that day, but today they'll have to contain Kyra Lewis, Donta Hall, and John Petty. John Petty lighting up Ole Miss for 16 points off the bench in the last meeting. So that could be the difference for the Rebels if they want to advance to take on Kentucky tomorrow. 25 minutes after this game, Mississippi State will be tipping off against Texas A&M. The Bulldogs beating Texas A&M just 5 days ago, 92-81 on senior night. It'll be a little bit possibly past your bedtime. This game could be going on as late as 8:30, 9 o'clock over in our time. So Bulldogs, we didn't see them yesterday, but they did practice a little bit earlier today, a little bit of a shoot around. So the next time we'll see them is against the Aggies a little bit tonight. But coming up at 10, we'll recap Ole Miss and Alabama, as well as give you an update on what's happening between Mississippi State and Texas A&M. And make sure you tune in for Sunrise for the full recap of both teams here in Nashville for the SEC Men's Basketball Tournament. Reporting here in Nashville, Tom Ebel for WCBI Sports. Courtney, back to you.
Thank you, Tom, and hopefully we can bring you those state highlights tonight, time allowing. That's it for sports. Your last look is coming up after the break. Stick with us.
A Tupelo police officer is taking part in a memorial bicycle ride to honor the memory of a fallen brother in blue. Captain Bruce Dotson will ride in the Road to Hope bike ride. That track is from New Jersey to D.C. It'll be over a 3-day period during Police Week. That's in May. That ride raises awareness of law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty. Now, Captain Dotson, he will ride in memory of Sergeant Gail Stauffer. The Tupelo officer was killed answering a bank robbery call 2 days before Christmas in 2013.
He was always squared away. He had, he's in the military also. He was always fun to be around. We both had kids, so we talked about things like that. We both liked computer gaming, so we sit and talk about that sometimes.
Tonight at 6, you'll actually hear from one of Stauffer's family members. Now, proceeds from the Road to Hope provide a number of services for family members of fallen law officers. So we definitely give him kudos for doing that.
Weather-wise, those showers and storms very hefty and severe moving away from our area. Still a little bit of rain around here with some clouds, but Scott, the worst of the weather is now done for our area for quite some time. So get ready for a great stretch. We've been wanting this at least a week here, maybe 2. We'll see, but at least a week of great weather coming our way. Maybe next weekend would be the next chance for any bigger rain, but enjoy it.
All right, Dolly Parton says you got to go through the rain to get the rainbow. So here we go.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Keith. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at 6.